Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be talking about at and cron, and at and cron are just ways to schedule commands in the future. And it's pretty much like Windows task scheduler. And then what else? And then that's it. So really, cron jobs are what they're called, and they're used commonly all the time on Linux machines. And then so in this example, we're going to start with at. And we're just gonna man at, and we're gonna see some information here. So jobs for later execution. And then we're also going to see the format for the time specifications here. So we can do this for the time. We can also do times like this, now plus time units. We can also put in an exact date as well. And then here we can do the time specification for now plus. So these are the time units here, like this, minutes, hours. So that's what we're going to try today. So the first thing I want to show you is going to be the home of the learner. So we can see here, make it easy for us. So we can see this there, and then we're going to do at now plus 1 minute, like this. We're going to do that, and then we're going to put echo. Oh yeah, this is from at, like this. I'm just gonna pipe it out, or standard in, or standard out, sorry. And then we're going to do home learner, like that. And then we're gonna do at test 1, like this. And this is from ats. Okay, then you press enter, and then you can go Control D. And then we'll check there at 2015. One way too you can do is AT-L, like this, and you can see the job already scheduled there. And then as we wait for that, what we're going to do is take a look at the cron command. All right. And so here, execute scheduled commands. Very, very similar, except like I said, at is for one time, and then this is for a scheduled routine type. So there's a lot of information in here. Take a look. Let's see if our okay, so our test completed successfully. So one thing we can do here as well is we could just concat that. So we can do like that, and then this is from at. Okay, so that worked successfully. You can also remove them as well. Oh yeah, okay, it just takes us to the same man page here. So delete jobs identified by their job number. The way you can get the job number is by using that ATQ, and it'll show you it there. One thing to know is that at, like I said, is executed just once. So if you want to stop it for any reason, because it may be something like a reboot, or you want to remove it, that'll be a good way to do that. It's just AT list it, and then use the AT remove. Okay, so let's move on to cron now. And so yeah, we can do man cron like this. And so, but in my web page I have crontab, so we can crontab like this, and then crontab files of individual users. So what it really does, it's really the crontab service. Yeah, so we can do this. I also have this at the bottom of the web page, and it's going to be cron D. And what cron D does is that it reads the cron file that gets created when you do or it reads the crontab file that has the jobs in it. So you'll see the jobs, they'll be there, and it'll just check it I think it's every minute, I believe. Yeah, it checks every minute, and then it'll run them. So if it's ready to run at that minute or scheduled to run at that minute, then it'll just execute it right then and there. And so we'll start. So one thing that you can do to get a better idea of what the job's specified time is you can go ITSY crontab like this, and it'll show you. So here you can just line up your commands with this one, And that's the best way I found to do it when you're trying to just set it up for a specific time or day. All right, so the first thing we can do here is going to be Cron tab, and then we're going to E for edit. Okay, and it'll take us here to the Cron tab, and then I just want to do something every minute. So like this, so it'll be like this. So you can go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it, I think. Yeah, 5. Okay, and then we can do here is just echo like this, and this is from Cron. We'll do the same thing. We'll just, it's just gonna run every minute. We just want it to append. So we'll do home, learner, and then we'll do Cron test .txt like this, and that'll be it. And so we'll just go right, quit like this, and that's Vim. All right, so I did want to show a little tip. I was recording and then I wanted to show this little tip for Cron tab. So here we have E, right? And we go back in here. So now if you're struggling to remember everything, right? And you just need some assistance, right? So you're like trying to remember like how many asterisks is it or something like that. What you can do is Vim lets you do something pretty cool. And it heads you, so you press here. So when you're in normal mode here, you can go semicolon like this. And then you can do R, exclamation, right? And remember how we talked about Cron tab here. So we can do Cron tab. So let's look for that one. And then we can Etsy Cron tab cat, right? And it'll bring in that stuff that we needed, right? And then you can just delete this after you put in your command. So, right, you line it up. So you say, okay, so I know every minute. I can do every minute of every second hour, so every hour, so 2 a.m. And then again for this one, every day. And then we can do month, and then whatever the day of the week is. And then like that. And then so we can do here, we can just put our command, or we can put like root, or we can put learner or something. Okay, so that's a quick tip there that I was editing and I remembered. And then after that, you can just delete everything, right? With the you can do like this. You just delete everything after you're done. Okay, so that's something real quick. Vim, and then another thing we can do here is see the options, right, by using the L. Okay, and we can see it here. So now I think it's been a minute, so we should be able to see the home, let's see, home, learner, and here. So, okay, cool, perfect. So now we can see it here. So we can just go here like this, cat, and Cron. Okay, so as you can see, it already appended another minute of it to it, and then that's what it's just gonna do. It's gonna append every minute. It's gonna run that that command because we did the 5 asterisks. So that means every minute of every day, of every month, every year. I think it's the last one. And let's see. Yeah, it's every month, and then here a day or day of the week, every day. So. It's not too complicated. I think the main thing is just getting the format right, and then whatever the command that you want to execute or shell script. Sometimes those things can overlap. And then another important note is that root is always allowed to make a cron job. So what you want to check for is these allow and these deny files in the Etsy, and you only need one or the other. So you either have the allow for ats or deny for ats, or you have only the deny for cron or the allow for cron, and that's it. So you only need one of each of those. So what we can do here is just if you want, you can Etsy all of this out. ls, and then what we can see here is that we have, where is it? It's gonna be something cron. Where is it gonna be labeled? I think we're gonna have to create it because I don't see it here. What you're gonna have to do is, if you don't see it here in the Etsy file, the cron deny or the cron allow, you can just simply create it. So the way we can do that is by just vim, and then we're gonna do let's just do at dot deny like this, and then forgot here, we almost made it in the wrong place. So here, at deny like this, right? So let's make sure that's not in there. Okay, good. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then all we have to do is just type in the name. So type in the name of the person. So we can do learner like this, and then we just close that out. And then we're gonna do is we're gonna change back, right? We can Control D right there, just to get out the quick way. And then we're just going to do at now, and then we're going to do +1 minute like this, how we did earlier. And then it says here you do not have permission. Now right there, like I said, we can't use it. So let's go back. We can switch back to root like this, and then we can go back. And then we can just delete DD, right quit, and then we can go back here, and then now let's just use it, okay? And then so that's all I have for you. I think the main thing, like I said, is just knowing the specified times that you can use, and then just testing it out with other things, like if you want to deny or allow and create those files, reviewing kind of what works for you in your workflow. So thank you so much.